Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking out the Potensic Atom SE on its first recorded flight. This is a lightweight, under 250 gram drone, and I just wanted to see how it performs in the real world. Camera quality, stability, and overall flight experience. Let's start with powering it on. The Atom SE has a simple one-button startup. The first thing you hear is a startup sound. You will also see the LED lights that give a clear indication that everything is initializing properly. During startup, the drone locks onto the satellites pretty quickly. Once the motors spin up, it lifts up into a steady hover without drifting around. For this price range, that's already a good sign, especially for beginner pilots. So here's the takeoff from the drone's perspective. You can see right away that the camera exposure looks pretty balanced, and the top-down view stays level as we ascended into the air. As I slowly pan the camera up, you can already tell how steady the hover is, even with a little bit of breeze going on. As I flew it around for the first few minutes, what stood out to me was how stable it felt. You don't get the same smoothness as a 3-axis gimbal drone, like a DJI Mini, but for its price range, this is pretty solid. The Atom SE responds predictably to inputs. Forward movements, banking turns, gentle climbs all feel controlled. If you're new to drones, this is exactly the kind of reliable behavior you want. One thing I also want to highlight is the wind performance. Today wasn't perfectly calm, but the drone held up better than I expected for a 249 gram aircraft. You'll see some sway, maybe some lines here and now and then in the video, but it never felt out of control. let's go ahead and take a look at some cinematic shots next. For this first cinematic shot, I kept the drone low, slowly panned the camera up, and ascended. The Atom SE's image quality holds up nicely here. Good color, good detail, and the EIS does a decent job of smoothing things out. In this next shot, I pushed it a little further out to get a wider view, and slowly panned it around my car. This is where the Atom SE actually surprised me. The footage isn't overly sharpened or fake looking, which is something a lot of cheap drones get wrong. If you're planning on using this drone for travel clips, real estate, or YouTube, you can generally get some nice results. The next thing I did was test the Circle Me mode. This is usually a feature reserved for more expensive drones, so I wanted to see how well it performs here. As you can already tell, the path isn't perfectly smooth. You can see tiny bumps, but overall the drone keeps a consistent radius and holds its altitude well. For a budget drone, having automated shots like this is definitely a huge bonus. It gives you cinematic movement without needing advanced piloting skills. So after my first recorded flight with the Potensic Atom SE, I have to say, I'm impressed. For the price, you're getting stable GPS performance, good flight time of around 30 minutes per battery, and camera quality that's way better than expected. And lastly, if you want to see more drone footage, tutorials, and flight tests, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll be testing more features on the Atom SE, including range, low light performance, and full cinematic sequences.